Infection, we're going down!
Send help!
Welcome to Deadsville.
Greetings, Boo Believers! Welcome to another episode of Deadsville Horror Talk. I'm your host, Ronin James, and to my left, the lovely Steph Infection.
Hi, Scream Hearts.
Today, we are here to talk about Send Help, Sam Raimi's new R-rated horror thriller that we just saw in 4DX.
Yes, we did.
It was Steph Infection's first time in 4DX, so
It was.
we are going to discuss that too. But before we get to that, a little bit about us. I am Ronin James Green. I have been a stuntman, a stunt coordinator, and now director for over 2 decades. You've seen me in a bunch of movies and TV shows. I guarantee you've seen me get shot, stabbed, blown up, crash cars.
My favorite.
All kinds of, yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked all the time. Stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Gotham, Netflix The Punisher, Amazon's The Tick, HBO's Vinyl. I've been on a lot of stuff. So you have seen me before, and I like to think that I bring some added insight to the table here that you don't get on every podcast, being somebody that's been in the industry for over 20 years now. And Steph Infection has been at this for about 8 years, producing, acting, creating content, doing wardrobe and casting and
Anything needed.
all the other stuff that we need here at Deadsville Productions. So we like to think that we, again, add a little bit of value to the normal review podcast.
We have the old, eyes and the new eyes.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Somebody's been around a while and somebody that's still a little new and starry-eyed.
Yes, exactly.
So, yes, if you haven't yet, make sure that you like, subscribe, follow, do all that good stuff. Ding the bell if you're on the tube of views. And, yeah, make sure you get the latest notifications whenever we drop a new episode or new shorts, reels, all that stuff. We have comedy content. We have horror talk updates. I do reels pretty much every day. And every once in a while, Steph Infection jumps in with some content as well. So
Yes.
make sure you like and subscribe and do all that fun call to action stuff that we love to do on the social medias. All right. All that said, first thing we're going to do is a spoiler-free review. Then normally we would give you a warning and jump to our spoilery review, our in-depth review. But before we do that, in between those two, we're going to do spoiler-free, and then we're going to do a review of Steph Infection's first time in 4DX.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll talk about this movie in particular in 4DX. I've seen a couple movies in 4DX, and some of the highlights of this in 4DX. But we'll try to keep that spoiler free as well. We'll just give an overall view of the 4DX experience. Then, when we get into the spoiler talk, there is 4DX related spoiler talk as well, because there was a lot that I thought they did really well filming this for 4DX.
Yeah,
there was stuff that you could tell was specifically shot so that they could take full advantage of the immersion that is used in 4DX, the 3D, the sights, the rumbling seats, all of it. I mean, we'll get into it. So that's where this one's going to go. So if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want it spoiled, then you could dip out after we do our 4DX talk on this one and come back after you see the movie to check out the spoilers and see if you agree with our takes. But for now, we're going to dive into this spoiler-free review and give you our thoughts.
Yes.
So Steph Infection will read us our synopsis.
Yeah, I got to warn our followers, I have a nasty case of the hiccups right now. So if you hear them, they're not going away. But let's get into this. Send help. An employee and her insufferable boss become stranded on a deserted island, the only survivors of a plane crash. Here, they must overcome past grievances and work together to survive. Will they make it out alive?
Oh, dun dun dun.
Oh, see, wait until after I was done. I had a hiccup. That's very nice. Nice of my hiccups.
Yeah, so that sums it up. If you watch the trailer, then yeah, that's basically it. We get it's like a survival movie, and there was a lot of question like, is this horror? Is this a thriller? Is it like psychological? Is it a, I mean, they label it
Horror comedy.
a horror comedy and psychological horror and psychological thriller, I see.
But I will say, halfway through, I was like, what is this labeled as? Because I really thought, I was like, is this going to turn into like a love story? Like, I was like, what is happening here? It was very funny. There was funny moments, but and then it kind of, turned. So it was good.
Yeah. So it was different. But I mean, I guess it was about mostly what I expected. There was some after watching the trailer and kind of knowing what I was in for, which I try not to watch too many trailers to give too much away, but yeah, it still managed to subvert my expectations going in after watching the trailer. Even just, I mean, it is basically, hey, it's two people on an island that can't stand each other.
Oh yeah.
How does this all play out? And yeah, there's a twist in there too. I mean, there's a nice twist. So yeah, we'll get to that in the spoiler section. Directed by Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Note, this is Sam Raimi's first R-rated movie, feature film that he has directed in 25 years.
Yeah, that was surprising to me.
The last R-rated feature he did was called The Gift, and it was a thriller. It was like a mystery thriller. And it was like a crime thriller, I think. But then after that, he shifted to PG and PG-13. He did the Spider-Man trilogy, obviously was PG. He did Drag Me to Hell, which a lot of people think, that was pretty gory, and there was a lot of like intense.
PG-13.
But it's PG-13. Yeah, it was like pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because that was the first thing that popped to my mind when I heard that this was his first R-rated movie. I was like, well, wait, what about, oh yeah, but that was PG-13. Even though they slaughtered the goat and had all that crazy, intense horror, like, there was some intense, scary stuff in there that I would think would be a bit much for a 13-year-old.
Honestly, yes. It's a little bit much for me.
So yeah, that one kind of pushed the boundaries, but yeah, that was PG-13, and the other one, the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, was also PG-13. So, yeah, so return to R for Sam Raimi,
Yeah.
and I welcomed it. I was pretty happy.
Do you think that this kind of felt like an R-rated movie, though?
At times I did.
I definitely am going to say no. I think I'm curious how it got the R.
Well, I think because of the blood that we got.
Is it there's like a certain amount of blood?
Yeah, there's a certain amount of blood that you.
Okay, that's fair.
If you get.
I know, like the rule, like one. You can show boobs, but you can't show anything else, and then you can say the F word once, but that's it, and then anything after that, but. The amount of blood, all right, I guess.
Yeah, it's
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's mostly the blood, and there was some blood in here. There was some fun stuff. We're not gonna obviously not gonna spoil it, but yeah, there was some fun bloody stuff in here and some fun gross stuff as well. So
I'm still gonna say I'm curious how it got an R rated.
I think the fight. There's like a fight scene and stuff where we'll get to it.
Maybe.
We'll get there. I think that would probably push the R.
Something did.
The R button right there, but we'll get there. So the writers on this, Damian Shannon and Mark Swift.
Yeah. Damian Shannon, he wrote Freddy vs. Jason, and he did the Friday the 13th, the 2009 one.
Okay. Very cool.
I guess the Baywatch movie, Shark Tale. Send help. So decent writer. That's kind of the only few things on his list. Mark Swift also same things. They all wrote the same things.
Okay, so they were like a team.
Yeah,
writing
team.
team.
Friday the 13th, 2009, Freddy vs. Jason, which is one of my favorites, honestly.
I think they do. The writing here is pretty good. The character writing is good.
I thought the whole storyline was very
believable, very organic.
Yes, everything.
The characters are pretty well fleshed out. We get it. And they do it pretty quickly too. You get a good idea who everybody is, and then they do a good job of sticking to those character types and making sure, like, that's the problem with a lot of movies where you see, okay, they establish a character, but then just because they want the story to go a certain way, the character will do something out of character that they've established. But this is like a good example of a well-written movie where the characters stay in character.
Yeah, because even in the beginning, like I'll say, like it kind of takes a little bit to build it up, and then I was in it the whole time, like the entire time I was in it.
Yeah, it's pretty engaging. Anything notable you want to say? Rachel McAdams, it's been a little while since we've seen her, and she's fucking awesome.
First off, I love her. She's been one of my favorite actresses forever. But it was funny. I was like, oh, this is like, they made her look frumpy in the beginning, you know? Yeah. And I was like, what? I was like, it's Rachel McAdams. Like, how could you make her look like a normal freaking, like, you know, Becky? But she does so well. She plays both parts so well. Like, and
yeah, that's why I didn't want to get too much into it.
She just, you know,
there's a switch that flips,
and so well. She does them both so well.
That we'll get to, we'll get to it because she does a great job.
Survival mode and
full 180. Mode.
Yep, we can just say that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's two settings for the movie. One takes place. It starts off in a corporate setting, and she is very much a meek, kind of
pushover.
Yeah, totally like submissive character, very
people taking advantage of her.
Yep, walking doormat type.
Yeah.
But and this was a thing that I don't want to get into spoilers, but we get to the island and that totally changes because we'll talk about it.
Survival mode. Let's just say that. Survival mode.
So yeah, she does a great job. And what's his name? O'Brien. Doug O'Brien? What's his name?
Dylan.
Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah.
Dylan O'Brien's good too, as the asshole.
Oh, yeah.
The asshole boss.
He's a very pretty boy. You know,
Yeah, it's very good. So, yes, Linda Little as Rachel McAdams. It's a good name for a character who's kind of meek and timid.
Yeah, little.
Shy, but... and then we have our cameo.
Yes.
Which if you blink, you're not going to spot it.
No, and honestly, until I saw this cast list, we kind of realized, and I went, and I said it out loud, I said, there was a picture. And so... Yeah,
because I did a little I did a reel on this that it was going to be in 4DX, and that Bruce Campbell was going to have a cameo in this one, and I kind of forgot about it while we were watching it, so I wasn't really looking for him.
No, I wasn't either. But in my hindsight, I was like, oh, so he plays Bradley's father who passed away. So
yeah, that's how this whole thing starts with...
look for pictures. That'll be our clue. Look for pictures. Because I remember one in hindsight. There may be more than one. Though.
Yep. That'll be your Bruce Campbell cameo. So.
Which is cool.
Yeah, very much so. All right. So let's get into our first takes.
Okay.
Steph Infection, ladies first.
My first take on the movie was I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was very, like you said, it was very believable. Everything happened very organically. The characters, it was very kind of cliche, like these a-hole... executives are pushing over this one girl and kind of walking over, and she kind of has her redemption in a certain way. So I enjoyed everything pull around. I like that she had some moments that, you're kind of cheering for her, and also I was laughing throughout the whole thing too, I will say. I didn't realize that it was actually a comedy but I kept laughing, and it's not like outwardly a comedy.
It's dark comedy, which is Sam Raimi's stuff.
Yes, which I like. So all around, I mean, I think it was a really good movie, and I definitely recommend going and seeing it in the theater because you have so much fun.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a recommendation as well. I really enjoyed it. I thought the performances were great. The writing was solid. I might have wanted just a little bit more in the scares and gore, maybe. I was hoping, we got some hints at some stuff maybe a little later on, and I was like, oh, good, we're going to get to some other kind of crazy stuff.
But now it's rated R a little bit, kind of.
But yeah, there was enough there for the R rating. But yeah, I think I was expecting a little bit more maybe, and I'm not disappointed, but I just feel like it could have pushed a little more. We'll get into the one scene. I guess that one scene is...
Do you feel that he was trying to be PG-13 and maybe something just put it over the edge?
No, I think that he knew that there was going to be enough gross blood and stuff in this one that it was going to be...
I'm just curious. Yeah, I want to go see the guidelines after. I probably should have looked them up because that was before we did this, but I was a little surprised. And
human blood. It's when you show human blood, a certain amount or something like that.
So think of how much human blood we actually saw.
Yeah, but
I don't...
There was...
I'm thinking of all the other PG-13 movies that I've seen that have a lot, so I don't know.
We'll get there. I don't want to give anything away in this spoiler-free section, so we'll come back to it. But I definitely recommend seeing this one in the theater as well. There's some good jump scares. There's some tense moments. It's really well paced too. Like it goes by pretty quick.
I probably had more fun because it was 4DX.
Oh yeah, and we'll get into the 4DX aspect of it, but yeah, it's definitely a good theater watch. And if you can find the 4DX version, man, that keeps you on your toes.
Yeah.
So we will get to that next. But overall, I dug it. I definitely recommend checking it out in the theater. Welcome back to R Rating, Sam Raimi, and yeah, can't wait to see what he does next. All right, at this point, we're just going to go right into the 4DX kind of review. And yeah, we'll talk about this movie in particular and how the 4DX worked with it, because this was a good one. I've only seen one or two others. I forget what else. I saw Superman in 4DX.
It's probably crazy.
And that was great. Yeah, Superman was a blast. So, yeah, this one I knew kind of going in. We had a plane crash in this, so I was like, this thing's going to go wild in the plane crash.
It was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
And Steph has never been into a 4DX movie before, so this is her first time.
Honestly, I've been nervous about it because I have vertigo. I cannot watch 3D, just like with the glasses, just sitting there still. And I kind of was like, as soon as I sat in the seat, I'm like, oh man, I got to sit up the whole movie. I was like, man, what the hell is this? So I was like, all right, and I was eating and I turned my water thing off, and then I was like, all right, I'm done. I guess I'll turn it back on. And I'm glad I did, because it felt, if you've been to Disney, it's like a bunch of their rides with the 4D. You feel stuff behind your neck and blowing and
wind.
And yeah, and there was different smells. Most of them smelled the same. There was one in particular when we got, to a certain view, I was like, oh, that smells differently and very tropical and stuff. Yeah. So maybe that could they could get better in that aspect for each individual movie. I don't know how you would do that. But overall, it was a lot of fun. Like, I felt like we were on a ride. Like, it made me laugh more. So I don't... If I was in... Even, like, Superman watch it, like, I think I would be laughing the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, because you kind of are. And, yeah, my popcorn spilled, and it was fun. But if you suffer from, like, vertigo or anything, I did not feel sick in any way during it. Because I was really nervous. And I was, like against even trying it, because... Those 4D rides that you go on, like the roller coasters and stuff, I always feel sick after. This was just it's not the whole time. So, you go through these little spurts and then you're laughing and moving. Nothing's too much.
Yeah, I think that's one of the good things about it. And that was really one of the things that I enjoyed about it too, was there's lulls in between where I would forget I was in the 4DX, and I'm just into the movie because the movie's so good. It's pulling me back in, and everything's just kind of calm. And then all of a sudden, bam, 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 and I'm like, oh my God, that's right. We're in these crazy seats.
Well, at one point, first off, the whole first hour of the movie was something I didn't know they could blow. They didn't do anything to the back of my head for the first half of the movie. And there's one part where something swerves by her head, and my whole hair went, and I was like, what? What the heck? And then somebody else gets hit in the back of the head, and they were like, and I felt it again, and I was like, oh my God. I mean, that was cool.
Well, and when you go to a 4DX movie, they will show you trailers for other upcoming attractions for 4DX. So there were 2 trailers. They show regular trailers ahead of that.
Yeah,
and
I
then,
missed these. I was waiting on my chicken
literally,
fingers.
as soon as Steph actually gets up to go out and get her chicken fingers.
I would have rather done that and watched the movie.
The thing pops up and says, "Put on your 3D glasses now." And I put 3D glasses and the 4DX trailer started. And when they do a 4DX trailer, you get everything in the trailer. So when you were in there for the trailer, like it's literally giving you the whole you're feeling everything.
Damn.
So you didn't get that, and you just got the movie, and it starts off and kind of builds up.
You out, but I went to the bathroom too, so I should have sent you.
I tried to be a gentleman and offered to go get it.
I should pee.
So, but yes, it builds up. It lulls you in the parts where there's no action, especially if it's a good movie. Superman was really good, did a similar thing. The parts where
I can imagine that movie. There's
your dramatic and emotional scenes
that I can think of in Superman that are just so.
Oh yeah, the flying, a lot of the flying and fighting scenes and all crypto stuff. And, there was a lot of great stuff in there, But yeah, this one, very similar. There's some really good stuff that utilizes. There's a lot, and we'll talk more in the spoiler stuff, but it felt like there was stuff that Raimi really shot specifically for the 4D effects and the 4D and the rumble
3D and stuff.
Yeah, so that they could take full advantage of the experience in the theater, which is really cool. It adds another layer to the filmmaking. Not only do you have to think about telling an engaging story. Now, you have to do all this other stuff to your 3-story arc and your character development and your twists and your and this and the subplot and this and this guy's journey and the hero's journey. And now you also got to take into account, and we're shooting in 3D and we got vibrating seats that'll fly all over the place and smell you and shoot air. So how will we best take advantage of all of this? It just adds again to the artistic merit of filmmaking and filmmakers and directors and the human element of it. Because I guarantee you, AI is not going to make anything like this, engaging and really taking full advantage of all the technology the way that a human brain will come up with it. All an AI can do is mimic what a human has already done. That's all it does. It takes a human to come up with it first, and then AI learns from that. So, again, hats off to Sam Raimi, to other filmmakers. I want to see more 4DX stuff. I'm sad I missed Predator Badlands, because that was a 4DX movie as well.
I mean, I know nothing of that whole.
I know, but it's just.
But I would go to see it. Yeah.
Experiencing it.
Yeah.
It is. It's a totally different experience seeing a movie in 4DX.
I think seeing something fun. I enjoyed it being a comedy too. Because,
definitely.
I don't necessarily need an action and stuff, but the second something happens and it's moving and there's something funny going on and you're laughing, it felt like a ride. It felt like a ride that wasn't making me sick, because it was just. Sporadically. Yeah,
again, just feels like a new experience. It's we've been going. I'm old. I've been going to movies a long time, so this is something that really is.
Yeah, they were cranking them out when you were young, right?
Shush.
Feeding.
Oh, shush.
Black and
white. Look,
white.
man, just because when I went to film school, we were still actually cutting physical film.
Oh, well, I went to X-ray school and I had to actually develop film too.
Did you develop film? Yeah.
Yes, it was the years of the crossover from film to digital. So I got both worlds.
Same. I was the first Premiere Pro.
We probably were at the same, because I went right after high school.
I didn't go right after high school.
Exactly, that's my point.
I went and got world experience.
No, I went right after high school into radiology school. So yeah.
All right. Well, yes, 4DX. We both give it thumbs up. Look forward to seeing some more.
And it's coming from somebody who was thinking I was going to come out and hate it. I really thought, because everything makes me sick. I get off an elevator. And
she doesn't like anything. Her catchphrase is, "I don't like it."
That's not true.
I don't like it. That's her catchphrase. Everybody's got one.
Most things you do, I don't like it.
Yep. I don't like it.
But honestly.
But she liked it.
Yeah, and I will get off an elevator and feel dizzy, but I do not feel dizzy. I actually walked out of the theater with my glasses on and forgot they were on. So they might not be like a super strong. I don't know.
Well, I took them off a couple times during the movie and looked at the
it was
screen, and it was like doubled up. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. But I don't know. I went to see something 3D, I think, with my kid, and I remember going. I took them off at one point and had to go like this because I felt so sick from it. This, even with the movement and everything, it didn't do that. So I don't know what the difference is. I don't know. I also will say the 3D ones, when you take them off, they kind of were like triple, and this one only looked double. So I don't know if it's just like a different. Maybe they're more advanced now. I don't know. Well,
yeah, these are. I don't know. They're those grayish.
Yeah.
3D, 4DX glasses. But all right. Well, yes, we both recommend 4DX for this movie.
Yes.
And in general.
Yes.
So, but it works well with this movie, and again, Sam Raimi does a great job of using it to its, to its best advantage for a lot of stuff here, like really getting some mileage out of it.
Could you imagine watching like Final Destination?
Well, that's what I'm hoping, that we get to those now. That's what like the log scene. Oh, no, please, yes.
No, the last one that just came out when she was on the thing in the wind. Oh my God.
Yeah, see, that's
First
what
off,
Yes.
We were in the theater. I literally could not contain myself for that movie.
Oh, it was so great. Yeah.
My anxiety was through the roof.
But it was so
I don't think I could do 4DX.
Dude,
I would love, that whole
please,
scene.
Final Destination, make a 4DX next. please. I wonder if it came out in 4DX.
I wonder too.
Because it was out, but I mean, 4DX was there, but we weren't really.
Yeah, it may have been. It probably
hadn't
was.
done it yet,
I can't even imagine that whole movie.
Must have been so good in 4DX.
Oh my God, that whole movie.
Hey, if you saw it in 4DX, make sure you comment. Let us know how good it was to see Final Destination.
It has been out.
It was out at the time when 4DX was a thing.
Was. I bet you people.
It was at least in 3D, I think.
Holy crap, man!
So, all right. Well, anyway, let's take a look real quick at Rotten Tomatoes here. We have the.
I had it pulled up.
Go ahead. Should I say tomatometer this time? Because you struggle with that word.
Tomatometer.
Tomatometer. There you go.
Tomatometer gave it a 92%.
92 certified
critics.
fresh.
All right, and what's that? Popcorn meter.
Popcorn meter. Yep. That's correct. You got that one right.
What is it?
Oh, well, the popcorn meter is the audience score.
I meant what's the note? Oh, yours says something different than mine. Mine says 89%.
Oh, wow. Mine says 88. Wait, let me refresh.
That is so weird.
Is there an update? Who's behind here? Hit yours update.
I did pull it up in the other room like a while ago.
Let's see. Did it go down?
It went down.
Oh my God. It went down 1 point in the audience score since we've been here. Oh my God.
Wow.
All right. At this point, then, we are going to wrap up the spoiler-free section, Boo Believers. If you have not seen Send Help yet, and you are going to see it and you don't want it spoiled, this is the time where you should pause this podcast and dip out, run right to the theater and watch it, and then come right back, get yourself a snack, and hit play, and we can discuss the details together. We're back! Time for spoilers. We're going to dig deeper, Steph Infection. Right. Do we still have a shovel laying around somewhere? Pass me that shovel.
Here you go.
Oh, we digging deeper. I'm throwing dirt on Steph Infection. Look.
You keep doing that. Let's take a second.
All right. Welcome back, Boo Believers. This is the part of the show where we dig deeper and get into the spoilers of Send Help. Sam Raimi's new R-rated horror comedy thriller.
This says horror, mystery, and thriller, but if you Google it, it says horror comedy.
Yeah, it's a little all over the place. It's got a little bit of everything for everybody.
I think so.
Except romance. There's not a lot of romance in it.
No.
Although there were hints.
You get faked out.
There was hints. There was a red herring romance in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to get into that. All right. If you haven't seen it, like we said, dip out, come back. It's spoiler time. Let's get into it. Send Help. we join Linda Little, played by Rachel McAdams. Corporate strategist Linda Little looks forward to a long-deserved promotion promised by her former boss, and which his son, Bradley Preston, is obliged to give her upon assuming ownership of his family's financial management company. Unbeknownst to her, Bradley has already given the promotion to her colleague Donovan, one of his old college buddies. He also intends to have Linda transferred out of the company's headquarters out of disgust for her boorish manner, lack of self-confidence, and unattractive appearance. So, let's get into this opening.
I mean, honestly, the only thing I was focused on was I was like, how did they make Rachel McAdams look like a normal,
so frumpy
dud? I mean, she's just like I remember especially with the Notebook and stuff when I first saw who she was before Mean Girls. I was like, she is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. Like she's just beautiful. And she even still was attractive, but they make her look frumpy and greasy hair and all that stuff.
Yeah, she's very
she's wearing frumpy clothes, and she's not.
She's very bohemian-ish, I guess.
Lipstick on her teeth. She's a survivalist.
Yeah, survivalist.
So she's not really meant to
hippie-ish.
be. She is a strategy analysis.
Yeah,
So.
corporate strategist.
Yeah.
Yes, and with the whole scene with the tuna fish. Oh my God, I had to look away.
I know you did. I know you did.
So
She's
gross.
eating a tuna fish sandwich, and we're like, oh my God, this is 40X. And it's on his hand. It's on her
Super
lip.
close up. He's
And we're like,
looking
and then there's smells getting thrown at us, and I really thought there was going to be like a tuna fish smell. And honestly,
the smells are spraying.
there
God.
wasn't, and I think that they're limited on their type of smells, which is my only downfall. Because honestly,
I really did not want tuna fish sprayed in my face. I don't want that.
that would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious.
That would have been.
But oh my God.
There's a couple fish scenes where we were getting smells, and I was like, "Oh, we're gonna smell the fish." No, we didn't. But
Yeah. And she does a great job here again of playing down.
she can play even as every role that she has ever played. She's such a great actress.
Well, and we see the other guy, Donovan, who takes her work into the meeting and leaves her out of it, rips her name off of the post-it, and says he takes credit for her work. Of course, typical scumbag Chad fashion.
Yes.
Corporate Chad scumbaggery.
Yes.
So that all tracks.
Chad.
They're all named Chad. Donovan,
I know.
whatever, Chad. They're all Chad to me.
They're all Chad. Yeah.
All right, so then. Oh shit! And the whole thing. She jumps out and introduces herself and is talking to him.
Oh God, and it's on her
That's
lip.
when the tuna fish is on her lip.
Oh God, I know,
it's
but
just
it's somebody. But you need to see that he's like, ew, this person is beneath me.
Oh, yeah,
and we
totally.
needed to see all these moments of her just being a normal freaking person and maybe a little bit awkward. But she has it in her head that she's going to be, she's going to introduce herself because the father
promised the job,
her,
right?
vice president, all that stuff.
Yeah, but look, man, I get it. I think I'm not trying to side with a Chad, but he had a perfectly legitimate gripe to be eating tuna fish at your desk where and you see they're like cubicles. There was a dude right next to her,
Well, you heard what he
this
did.
close.
He said, but when he
I know
talked
he
to her,
said it to her afterwards, but that's what I'm saying.
I actually didn't think he had it in him to have that conversation with her because his reasoning before of not, he was like, nah, we're bros, that's why I'm going to have this guy. So when he was like, let's talk about it, and he gave her a legitimate reason, I was like, oh, you aren't as dumb as you look.
Yeah, he did. The talk was pretty good.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. I mean, he was not wrong.
She wasn't
breaking
wrong.
rules. There's rules in there about eating lunch. And again, I guarantee you her coworkers there was at least 3 of them, because the one dude was like right next to her, like here, and then there was two like right behind them. They were all smelling
One
tuna
being
fish.
Sam Raimi's daughter.
Oh, that was who his daughter was? The other girl who was at the...
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize that's which one she was. That's
Yes.
right. Okay. So she was the one that was at the like,
They were like,
right
hey,
behind
we're
her
gonna
and
go get some
talking.
drinks after.
Yep.
Because she was like, okay.
Yeah. She was good. Yeah.
Whatever.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, and she's the one that is doing that's how Linda finds out she's getting passed over for the promotion.
Yes,
Because of
that's her.
Sam Raimi's daughter is
Yes.
doing the corporate email now to announce that Donovan's getting the position. So
Yes.
that's when we get Linda works up the nerve to protest Bradley's decision. He asks her to accompany him, Donovan, and two other executives on a business trip to Bangkok to finalize the company's impending merger.
And that was actually perfect because before the other guy, the tall black guy, what's his name? He's in other stuff. He's not on here.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, he was like, we have this Bangkok merger, like you need her there.
You need her, yep.
And he was like, do I need her? So when he had the conversation with her that we're getting to, I was like, oh, God, he's actually more calculated than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's definitely smarter than your average Chad, but he's still Chad.
It's like the kid that got away and got through high school, getting people to write his papers and cheat and stuff. Like he was
But he's
that
still
calculated.
smart enough to do it. He's
Smart
smart
enough
if he
to
could have
do
done
it.
it himself. He just didn't feel like it.
Exactly.
All right, so they're on the plane while flying through the storm. Donovan humiliates Linda by showing his friends a clumsily made audition tape she recorded for Survivor. And this has been hinted at prior. She was
watching it.
Yeah, she was watching
And we
it.
watched in her apartment and saw places that she went to. She was on top of mountains taking pictures. So, and I even turned to you, like in the very opening, I was like, oh, she's a survivalist.
Yep.
And that's going to come out later, which it does.
Yep. So,
But her video is not that great.
Her videos. And they're all laughing at her video, typical Chad bullying.
Yeah.
With her like right there. They're just doing right in front of her. She's got ear pods in and she's working. But she takes them out and notices and makes eye contact with the boss. He sees that she sees them laughing and he just keeps laughing harder.
I know. He was just didn't care.
Dennis Haysbert, the actor. You know his voice from the which commercials? What insurance company was it?
Oh yeah.
Oh God,
Shit.
He's got the deep voice.
Yes, I know exactly. Yeah.
Is it State Farm or? It's one of them. He used to do he did the voiceovers for the insurance companies, commercials.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So they make fun of her.
There is another picture of Bruce Campbell I just saw though.
Her Survivor tape, but it does show that she's talking about she knows 3 different ways to make fire. Like it shows some impressive survival skills. Like she legit knows what she's doing. Like yes, she's been like this timid little pushover this whole time, but when you see the video for Survivor, it's badly made.
Yeah,
but
she's like she's using like slogans and stuff, like catchshes. And whatnot.
But she does have like legitimate survival skills. Like she has been doing. You see that she has trained. She has this experience. She has this knowledge.
Which kind of comes back to what he said. He was like, you have everything, you just don't have the personality behind it. And which is probably why she was never taken on Survivor. Survivor.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's the one thing he says where he's just like you're not a people person. You don't golf. That's another one that. Yeah. And again, that's a big line at the beginning when he's doing is because again that's going to come back later on.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. A big line. It's a big thing at the beginning when he's telling her because she comes in and why she's mad. Why didn't I get passed over? And he tells her, look, man, I need my vice president to be able to close business deals, to be social, to be in the room rubbing elbows with other people. And she's not that person. And it's obvious that she's not that person. Yeah. It's very obvious she's not. It's a legitimate
Once he said that,
move.
I said, you know what? I don't blame you. I don't blame you. actually. I thought you were just being a dick, but I don't blame you.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But, I mean, then, you could always Pretty Woman her and give her a makeover and give her some,
You're going to change a woman?
I mean, if she wants to be the face of a corporation,
I think it was her personality, too. Like
well, that too, but you could also...
But clearly, it changes in the end.
Right.
So.
Well, we can just keep moving on then.
Yes.
So the plane suffers engine failure, begins to lose altitude. A panicked Donovan attempts to strangle Linda for her seatbelt before she stabs him in self-defense. So yeah, the bros are all laughing still. She has her seatbelt on because she's a responsible adult. And what's his name? Bradley has his on her.
Yeah.
He puts his on when he sees that shit's starting to go.
Yeah.
Wonky.
But he called them...
And he called them pussies or something.
I think he already had his on. He was just sitting there.
Yeah. It's just a little turbulence, pussies, and then all of a sudden, this was a good stunt too, because all of a sudden the turbulence, they're just standing there, and all of a sudden the dude just wham hits the ceiling, man.
And our seats went whoa.
Yeah, the seats jumped. That's when everything started. Boom, boom, boom. And this is a really good scene.
It was so much fun.
The scene of the crash, like the side of the fuselage rips open. And starts sucking people out.
And he's like at the window. His head.
That was the best when his fucking tie gets caught. And when she finally stabs him, so he grabs her, help me, and she's like, hold on, and then he's like trying to take her, give me your seat.
Which is so weird.
I know, just hang on.
Just hang on to me. Why would you try to...
What's she gonna do? Go, okay, here, and unbuckle and let him get in the seat?
Yeah, that's what
doesn't make any
sense. It doesn't make any sense. But I think it was just to show that he's that big of an asshole.
Right.
In death, instead of just saying, hold on to me, and fearful, he's like yelling at her to
give it up
places.
up hers because he's, such a elitist snob. He thinks he deserves it and she doesn't because he's better than her. Yes. And the Asian guy hanging onto his leg and the two of them biting each other.
And then
he's kicking him and teeth are flying out in 3D. And,
that was cool.
And then finally she gets the fork and stabs him in the hand and they go out the door, but his tie gets caught. And that was one of the scenes that I figured would be R. Because he comes around and you see the face smacking on the fucking thing and there's blood spraying on the
I guess so.
on the window as his face is slapping against the window. No, do something.
She just lowers. Yep. I was like, good call.
He's like, do something. Oh, that was great. That was so good. Oh, it's the little things, Raimi. I love it. All right, so
and then when it went into the water,
plane crashes into the sea and rapidly starts to sink. Man, that shit went down fast.
They always do.
I thought they would float more, and then eventually it starts to boop, boop, boop. But this thing was just like fucking tail up, down.
I don't know if you've watched plane crashes.
I don't watch plane crashes.
I do. It becomes an obsession.
No, I am not morbid and.
No, but they don't float because people would survive them more often because people do get stuck in them. No. Same with boats. Most of them just go down.
All right. Well, at any rate, she gets herself out, and there's an island not far away. She makes her way to the island. We wake up with her on the shore, and
I kind of like that we didn't really see that whole traveling. It was just like her getting out. And then waking up
on the shore.
Because I don't need any of that.
Yeah, we don't need to see the water.
But other people would put all that crap in there.
Yeah, I was glad it moved kind of quick from that. And we lost our synopsis here, looks like, at halfway. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, so yeah, frees herself, wakes the next morning on a remote island in the Gulf of Thailand. She finds Bradley still alive with a sprained ankle, but no other survivors. I think it was more than a sprained ankle. He was fucking cut and busted up. And
it was like a big, he had a big cut,
gash.
But it wasn't, she said it's not broken.
Yeah.
So sprained still, they still
with a laceration?
Well, the laceration was up higher.
All right.
So, I don't know. Maybe it was two separate things. But he was limping for, what you said, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
That's kind of a lot. So
She quickly puts together a
could have been
shelter.
tendons. Yeah.
Yeah, I just felt like this was like needed stitches or something, and they should have needed one. That was like a big cut up on the leg, I thought.
Yeah.
But all right. Whereas she quickly puts together a shelter and obtains food and water. Bradley accepts her help, but then quickly goes back to ordering her around. Linda responds by abandoning him for 2 days, where he is unable to move, exposed to the hot sun, and with nothing to drink. Just as he collapses from thirst, she returns and gives him water. Bradley remains defiant and eventually tries to build his own camp, but when all his efforts fail, he accepts that Linda is now in charge and helps her build a shore camp.
Okay, I have a couple things to say. First off, I don't know how she didn't know. She knew that it wasn't broken, because I've been doing my job for 20 years and I can't tell that it's broken. Well. Second off, I loved the point where she finally had, like, you keep seeing her grow balls in this, where he's still an asshole. It's like she literally saves
his life, and he's still trying to boss her around. Yeah. That's the way these entitled people are.
I don't know. I have a hard time believing that anyone would really act like that.
I don't know.
But it was enough believable in the way that this whole movie went that it seemed very believable of him going back and forth. But I think
part of his lashing out like that would come from his frustration of not being able to move, too. I think that plays into it as well. Like, when you're sick or you're bedridden, you're injured, and you can't do anything and you feel useless, that also adds to your...
Are you going to yell at somebody and say, like...
I've yelled at people.
Boss. Yeah, I know you've yelled at people. I don't.
Man, look, sometimes you might lash out if you're aggravated because you can't do for yourself.
Yes,
you see it a lot of times with people who can't.
That's when I would leave you high and dry, laying
for
there
2 days.
for
Yep.
2 days until.
I'm just saying, it's understandable because you're aggravated, it builds up, and you tend to lash out at people when you do that.
Some things later, though, I felt were unbelievable, but we'll get there.
Yeah, all right, we'll get there. Linda becomes stronger, more attractive, and confident while teaching Bradley lessons in survival. One night, while sharing homemade alcohol, Linda drunkenly confesses that she was married years ago to a man who abused her until his death in a car accident after she deliberately gave him strong liquor. Was that the story? I thought she just deliberately
She said
put
I
the
poured
keys
him
out.
another. No, she said I gave him the
poured him
keys
another
and poured him another drink.
Yeah, poured
Nobody
him his
said
last
anything
drink.
about liquor, though.
Right,
or
right.
strong liquor.
Yeah, and then-
it just said poured him another drink.
Yeah,
Could have
but
been a
she
beer.
deliberately put the keys out. Like, that was the deliberate thing.
Because he always tried to drive, but
'cause he tried to drive.
He did something to her,
And she was...
painted a picture in my head, and I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, it was time. She was like, this time, she was like, okay, here's your keys,
Get the
dickhead.
fuck out.
So Bradley, seemingly moved by her story, offers to repay Linda for all she has done by cooking dinner. He spikes the food with poisonous berries and attempts to flee the island on an improvised raft while leaving Linda to die.
This is the part that drives me crazy. Why kill her? He could literally say, Linda, I'm going to go on a raft and leave.
No, remember he brought it up before and she said no.
She said she wasn't going to, but they also had separate camps for a while. Like, he could have just been like, he could have went and snuck off. Just like when he was building it, he snuck off.
I guess, but...
Why did he have to poison her? And then, like, I was like, no, you could have just went over on the other side of the island when she was doing something and left. I was like, what the fuck? And to kill her? Why not just knock her out? Why were you trying to kill her?
Well, was he trying to kill her, though? I mean, the berries
he
are...
kind of shook his head when she said, oh, it would have taken a lot more to kill a human body. You made that mistake. And he said something like, yeah, never again. Like, something like that. Like, which made it implied...
But I thought he said something about, I thought it would just knock you out. I wasn't trying to kill you. I was just trying to knock you out.
In that same conversation, she said something like, oh, you silly.
You didn't put enough in there to kill me anyway.
And he was like that. Like, he made an actual movement that...
Well, that he couldn't do anything right, I think.
Yes. So I was like, I think he was actually trying to kill her.
I don't know, but that was
know.
foreshadowed. You knew that was coming because earlier in the movie, when she's teaching him stuff, she shows him the difference in the berries and how to tell the difference.
Yeah, I knew maybe it would come up.
Whenever they teach something, it always comes back.
There was a couple of things that I caught, and I said, "Oh, that's going to come back." But
Yeah,
that one I
come
just
back.
didn't know how.
So, but yeah, he tries to get the Yeah, and you knew that raft was going to fall apart.
Oh, yeah.
He had less chance than, I mean, he's lucky he didn't get Wilsoned at sea.
Oh, God, and she's throwing up on his face. I was like, yeah.
Ah, that scene,
Throw
yes.
up all over him.
Yeah, she brings it, well, yeah, he's like drowning, and she pulls him out again and saves him from drowning, and, well, she didn't pull him out the first time, but she saves his life.
It's funny that in this
And
thing
he-
it says that she got stronger, more attractive, more confident.
Well,
'Cause
she does. That's
did.
where the 180 takes place.
'Cause
She goes from being all frumpy, and now she's in her element.
She's in her element. She's washing her hair, obviously, more often with the rain and everything. So it was all like natural and
With the
lighter, and it
waterfall. She
wasn't
found that
greasy.
waterfall.
And then she's walking around in bra and underwear at one point, which she's got those big underwear too. You know,
That's a big granny underwear.
big granny underwear. They're the comfy ones. It's what we like. But she's just so confident, you know, and she's like Rachel McAdams. Yeah.
Yep. So, all right, the poorly built raft destroyed by the waves. Linda's able to save Bradley due to him miscalculating the amount of poison needed to kill her. So, yeah, I guess he was trying
He
to
was
kill
trying to kill her.
her. Okay, so then as punishment, Linda paralyzes Bradley with octopus venom and pretends to
this scene.
castrate him as punishment. And
Oh,
I couldn't even
God.
watch this scene. This was rough.
I
Because I thought she was really doing it. Because this is the point in the movie, and a little bit before this is where it started to feel a little less like Gilligan's Island and a little more like Misery.
Oh, yeah.
And this is when
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, this is Misery now.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are in Misery territory. This is just a really hot Kathy Bates.
Yeah. She's injuring him, and she's just proving that she's the one to take care of him. Kathy Bates was actually like
Crazy.
really
She's
hurting him.
she's a little crazy too.
She is, but
oh yeah, but Kathy Bates really
he was
did
his
hurt.
own
Yeah,
worst
yeah.
enemy. Like he was hurting her, and she was just retaliating.
Right.
You know
No,
what I
true.
mean?
He definitely deserved a lot of what came his way.
Oh.
But she was also crazy. She's killing people.
At first, I thought that she just wanted to stay there to get the vice president job. But then I think she just was enjoying it.
Nah, as soon as we had that first boat pass and she sees it and doesn't say anything and says she's not ready, I was like, she's never going to want to leave. She's never going to want to leave.
I thought that it was, well, she does eventually, but I thought she wanted him to be like, you saved me, you have the vice president job.
Right.
That's
give
what
her a
I
job.
really
Well,
thought.
who the hell else was going to get it? Donovan flew out the fucking fuselage and was
Exactly.
smacking his face on the damn window, so he did.
Yeah.
That motherfucker did.
But I don't know. I thought maybe, because he was so, I don't know.
So, yes, the octopus venom. As soon as she handed him the octopus, I was like, that's poison. That's octopus poison. It's poison. It's going to
Yeah,
paralyze
you said it
him.
out loud.
And sure enough, paralyzed. She explains that with her career effectively over, she has nothing to return home to. Bradley finally accepts that the power dynamic between them has permanently shifted and gives up any hopes of escape.
Can we talk about her pretending to castrate him?
Yeah. Let's get back. I didn't realize we're jumping that. It was going to go past that so quick. Yeah, so she has the knife and she's undoes his pants, takes his underwears off, everything, and has them all out
the
there.
underwears.
He's crying and stuff, and he can't move, and he can't feel anything either, because when you're
This is where I was like, yes, bitch, yes. Scare the shit out of him.
and then she slices, and you see blood fly everywhere, and she said, "Oh man, it's really a bleeder or something," and she
Yeah.
lifts it up, and it's a dead rat.
Yes.
So she faked him out with the dead rat, but man.
And she said, next
ouch.
time it won't be a rat.
Yeah, ouch.
You mother effer. You want to try and kill me? I'll castrate you.
Yeah, well, all right. So, let's see. Bradley accepts the power dynamic. And then we have Linda harvesting fruit and is surprised by the arrival of Zuri, Bradley's fiance,
Oh,
who
shit,
has hired a boat to rescue them.
I felt so bad for them. Oh.
Fearing that her new life will be ruined, Linda lures Zuri onto a rocky cliff and allows her to fall to her death. Now, not really allows her to fall to her death. Haunted by the murder, she allows Bradley to go out on his own to hunt, whereupon he finds Zuri's corpse washed up on the beach. So, yes, it doesn't really... We get a flashback to it. We don't see it happen.
Yeah.
We just kind of assume that she lets her fall to the death. But there's also the boat captain with her who is also gone. So we assume
Well,
they
he's
both...
trying to save her, and we get her not helping, and we were
Right.
like, she pushed him.
Right, that's what
But
we
that's
expected
not
was that
what
she pushed
happened.
him. It's not what happened. We get a flashback to it a little later. We'll see if it comes to that. But if not, we'll pop it in there.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, yeah, she's like feeling remorse, I guess, and that was when she kind of like laid down, didn't feel like doing anything.
Took a sick day.
That's right.
She was so overly excited every day. She left her knife out, which she ended up taking because
Yeah.
she was so distraught because she's
Oh
not
yeah, she
a
found
bad person.
Yeah, we forgot the knife thing. There was at one point a knife just washes up on shore. She said, "Oh, I found it washed up on shore," and it's like a perfectly
I believed her.
nice kitchen knife. I didn't really question
Oh,
it either.
I
was
believed her when
I
she
guess
said
it was. I guess it was on the plane. Maybe it was on the plane.
Yeah, I was like, all right. What?
So okay, maybe that happened, but yes, in retrospect, I was like, yeah.
Well, she kind of made fun of all of us when it came
I know.
out.
She's like, "Where did you think I got the knife, dummies?"
I was like,
I was like, "Fuck, I'm an idiot."
Oh, I
God
thought you
damn
watched up on shore. It's like, how often do you think perfect knives wash up on shore? I was
yeah.
like, I don't know.
I know. I was like, "Damn it, you fooled me
I don't
too."
I don't go
I
on
thought it was from the plane.
deserted islands that often.
Yeah, we fell for that one. And Sam called us
I
on it.
literally was thinking that. I was like, fuck, she got me.
So yeah, she takes the sick day. Bradley goes out on his own to hunt. But he finds the hand sticking up on the beach with the ring sticking out,
Yeah,
of course.
of course.
Because of course.
I mean, yeah.
Because they made a point to show the ring in a close-up early on, so they made a point to show the ring again with the dead hand, because of course she buries everything except the hand with the ring.
Oh, I didn't think she buried it. I think she just washed up and it was stuck in the tide.
Oh,
That's what I
guess
thought.
so. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because she fell to her death.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I guess she didn't go down and retrieve the body and
No.
bury it.
No.
Good point. Okay. All right, fair enough. So, when confronted, Linda admits to Zuri's death. This sends Bradley into a rage, and he tries to kill her. A brutal hand-to-hand fight follows, with Linda suffering a partially gouged eye, but managing to steal Zuri's engagement ring and swallow it before stabbing Bradley in the chest. So that's the R rating. Gouging the eye. You can't stick your thumb in somebody's
I don't
eye and
know
have
the
blood
rules.
squirt out. That's the...
You can't?
No, that's
All right. It's not.
I mean, the stabbing probably too. I mean, there was other stuff. That was that.
Anything on screen. Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a big one. The eye gouge,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it was inside the eye. I mean, it was pretty good CGI. Not the best, not the worst, but it was a pretty gross.
I felt it.
Yeah. And that, yeah, definitely. They also skipped over the scene where she hunts the wild boar, and that was one of the parts that
was
really
the first-
utilized the 4DX really
That was
well.
the first one when she went out and killed because the blood spraying.
Blood spraying and water sprays on you. The things,
God.
and not just the blood. When it was like going after her, you went into the POV of the boar a few times. I was chasing her. That's when I was like, "Yes, Raimi, this is awesome." It was like I felt like I was back in like the POV in Evil Dead.
Yeah.
But it was the wild boar. And
Yeah, it
it's
was
fucking
really
going through,
cool.
and the fucking
Yeah.
chairs going off. Man, could you imagine those things for Evil Dead 2? Can you imagine having those chairs in Evil Dead 2, the blood and everything?
They should re-release that.
Right? They really should. They really should.
petition it.
But yeah, the scene with there's a scene, she's hunting a wild boar and the thing's chasing her, and it's just it's on top of her at one point, and she's like stabbing it,
my God. And then she
it's like
pulls something out
right in the
and
face,
stabs
and
the
there's
eye.
mucus and blood and spit and snot
Oh my
all flying,
God.
and this shit is spraying on us, and it's just water, but
And it's
when
not
you're
that
looking
much. You're not
at-
getting like soaked or anything.
No, it's just a mist.
It's just mist, like, but you feel like it's happening to you.
And you feel like it's blood and mucus and slobber from this
Yes.
fucking wild boar.
That was the best
It's just like,
scene. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. That was that was probably the best. That and the plane crash itself were the two really good set pieces with that used the 4DX. That was but that one there, that was probably my favorite, with the wild boar and the snot.
I know. That was fun.
Very good stuff.
Definitely
very
a lot
good
of fun.
stuff. So, all right. So now we have. Oh, okay. Yes, a brutal hand-to-hand fight follows between Bradley and Linda after she admits to killing Zuri. And Linda, suffering partially gouged eye, steals Zuri's engagement ring and swallows it before stabbing Bradley in the chest.
That was a crazy scene.
I know. She swallows it. She's like, fuck you, Bradley.
Yeah.
He flees and finds a deserted beach house on the other side of the island. And here was one Steph infection called. So when we, earlier in the movie, we see this like structure, this like X-y structure of rocks. She's showing him around now that he can walk. And she points it out.
And she says, over there, there's all
thorns
and stuff. You can't get through there. And the second she said that, I said, there's like civilization over there.
Yeah.
There's something, there's a house, there's a hotel, there's something.
And I was like, I get the village vibes here. This is the village where they think that they're in this secluded thing, but really they're just like, just outside the city in the woods.
There's a movie, I don't know if it was, I can't remember what it was, but they fall on one side of the island and they walk through and they realize that they're at the other side of the, it was a comedy, I think it was that, I forget.
They think they're shipwrecked and there's like a whole thing on it. Yeah, I forget what it was too.
I think it was the one with the couples retreat.
No, that one they went to a couples retreat and it was like a, they walked to the other one.
They left, so something.
But they
like
weren't
that.
shipwrecked. It wasn't a shipwreck.
No,
situation.
nothing was shipwrecked. But they just, I don't know.
There was a party island on the other side for the like singles.
I know, but that's what I keep saying.
They were at the couples retreat, and the other side of the island was like. I
know, but that's not what
it was like hedonism.
That's not what I'm thinking of.
That was couples retreat.
Okay.
Well. So then different movie. That's not what the movie is.
I guess so.
Okay. All right, moving on to this movie, though, that we're reviewing. Let's see. So he finds the house. And it's a big-ass, nice-ass house.
Definitely
inside,
like millionaire something.
Yeah, she said something. Well, he gets inside, and he starts looking for weapons, and all the knives are gone, and that's when she comes onto the speaker system inside the house and starts taunting him. Where did you think knives just wash up on the beach? Oh, perfect. Duh. She admits to have known about the house for weeks and points a shotgun at Bradley. He begs for his life. Bradley claims that he now loves Linda and wants to stay with her on the island forever before grabbing the shotgun from her hands only to find it unloaded. Linda then beats him to death with a golf club.
And that was awesome. Choosing the golf club.
Yeah,
she said, you don't golf. Oh, yeah? Don't I, mother effer?
Yeah, well, and that's how, she chooses the golf club. And this is a good little transition, too. She, whacks his head. We see the head, and it transitions to an actual golf ball being hit off the tee. Had a nice resort, and was it a year later?
She's all pretty and blonde hair.
Was it a year later? Or
I don't know if it
pop up and say something?
I didn't see any of that.
It just says, sometime later, Linda, now a wealthy businesswoman after usurping control of Bradley's company, is interviewed at a celebrity golf tournament about the upcoming film adaptation of her best-selling memoir about the disaster, of which the public believes her to be the only survivor.
Oh, I didn't realize that she was a wealthy businesswoman after uprising control.
Usurping.
What?
Usurping, not uprising. Usurping.
Oh.
After usurping control.
Okay, I can't read this far. So she took control over Bradley's company?
I guess that's kind of implied. He's dead, so
I assumed that she made money off of all her deals after surviving. I didn't think she took over.
I think that maybe they lean that way because she was... There's probably in writing somewhere, and other people knew already that she was supposed to be vice president.
Yeah.
Like when the dad died, she was supposed to be vice president.
Yeah.
So since now the son is also dead, I guess she's the president. She just jumps into being the president if he doesn't have an heir.
Because I didn't get that. I was like, oh, she got book deals, she got this, she's like wealthy.
Oh yeah. Now she's wealthy and like a take charge kind of person. She's total 180 from what she was at the beginning.
So I don't know if that's just like what somebody is assuming there.
But let's not forget she's also a murderer, not just of the dude, but we got a flashback during this too when she finally admits to killing Zuri, and
yes.
That she actually took a rock and smashed the boat captain's head while he was trying to save Zuri. from falling off the cliff. So it wasn't even just let her fall. She like actively murdered people.
They were messing up her plan.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. It leaves me. I don't know how I feel about her at the end.
Of course, that's how it's supposed to be. You're conflicted.
I am definitely conflicted. So yes, now she's taking control.
I was like, yes, bitch, go.
Best-selling memoirs. And,
I wanted her to go.
The film ends with Linda driving off with her pet bird, singing along to her favorite song, One Way or Another. Mm-hmm. So that was her go-to karaoke song when they didn't invite her to karaoke earlier.
Yeah, man, just sing the Blondie. What the fuck?
Yeah. So I guess she's like an anti-hero, I guess we would say, huh? Because she's a murderer, but we root for her, right? We still root for her over the Bradley character.
Definitely.
She's still the... It's weird, dude.
I felt bad for the girl, the fiance getting killed and stuff, and the boat driver, but I was also like, this girl has been through hell.
I get it. It's tough to be sympathetic for her when she kills like an innocent...
If I was in a jury, I would convict her. I mean, there's no question about it.
Yeah, she's killing innocent people to live out this fantasy of, and keeping him on the island. Like, look, I get it if you want to like put the asshole through the ringer, but when you make the decision to not get rescued for both of you...
Oh yeah, you become the bad guy.
You're the bad guy.
And look, we don't have to be for her or against her. We can just be neutral. Yeah,
that's when she went into the misery territory, though. That's when I felt like it went into misery territory because
she was like, "Yeah, bitch,
there's your opportunity. There's your."
She wanted to prove to him that he needed her.
Oh yeah,
so I was like all about it in the first.
And also it was because did she want to go back to the shitty life that she had where she was like a weak little nobody, or did she want to be in this spot? Yes, in her element, living the dream life of survivor and having this dude be her little, like answer to her. So
yeah.
But yeah, she becomes the villain. Like she starts off very, not very, but you're kind of sympathetic to her. The tuna fish makes it a little tough to be completely sympathetic for her.
I like tuna.
I do too, but I'm like, oh, come on, man. Don't eat that at your desk. Wipe your mouth.
I don't even work at desk. I got people that literally will microwave salmon.
You microwave salmon at the work. You told me you've done it before.
I said like one time because Michelle always does it.
Yeah.
She always does it.
You said recently you microwaved your seafood soup. Thai soup?
But that doesn't smell like seafood when you eat it. I always
or was it your shrimp?
No.
I don't know. You just told me recently somebody yelled at you because you were cooking fish.
Usually they yell at me because I make bacon in my microwave. And it smells down the OR. Bacon, burnt bacon. Patients that are fasting.
Oh, God. Yeah, because they can't take anything.
We're going to knock you out in a minute. Shut your mouth. Just kidding, people.
Well, yeah, I mean that at that point when she makes the decision to not be rescued, she kind of becomes the villain. Sad to say, but yeah, and again, like he's no hero, he's no protagonist either. But like I just feel a little bad that he had no say. I mean, he does. Like there's a point where they have they drink and he explains, he's like, look man, my fucking dad was never around.
Yeah, I thought
my mom abused the shit out of me. Like I get it. I'm an asshole. I'm not saying I'm not, but I understand that I'm an asshole.
So then why do you have to further be an asshole?
Because she wasn't he
didn't know that?
No, I think he realized. She said it to him at one point. Yeah, she says, I don't want to leave. She
said it that night. But
when they were drunk, she said I'm going to stay here forever.
Yes.
And that's when he went to bed realizing that. Okay, so that's when I think that the next day.
And take the raft. Why are you going to try and kill her?
I guess. I don't know.
No. Mm-mm. No. He could have just.
I think they were both bad people. I mean, she starts off.
She got my bit.
But again, she starts off sympathetic and I want it, but then again, when she would get that misery moment where she can do the right thing and she very obviously does the wrong thing.
No, he shouldn't have pissed her off. Either way, I still was like, why not just go get the raft and just freaking leave?
Yeah, well, the raft wasn't working no matter which way you cut it,
Exactly. So why are you
that
gonna
was just a
try
bad idea altogether.
Why are you going to try and hurt her and kill her?
Well, she
weird.
also found a mansion and didn't tell him weeks ago.
He didn't know that.
I know that, but still.
I'm talking
still
about
saying
in the moment.
I get it.
It's an odd choice to randomly try to kill her, though. I was like, it didn't make sense to me. I was like, you guys just had this moment. Just because she said, I don't want to leave here, you've been making a raft for the last 3 weeks. Why not just leave? Why are you trying to kill her? And he was trying to kill her.
All right.
It was odd to me. And whether she deserved it or not, he didn't know that.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, either way, we still both recommend the movie. Both enjoyed it. Go see it in 4DX. All right, Boo Believers, stay spooky.
Bye, Scream Hearts.